Hey everybody, we are live. It is good to see everyone. It is so good to see everyone today. Let me go ahead and give the greeting and then we'll get started. That looks a hot mess. I'll pull it up when it gets crazy. All right, so let's see. Welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. On this episode of the Shoutout Sunday Show, we're going to talk about YouTube security, tentpole topics, views from the right audience, and revisit the Daryl Eves 30-Day Creator Challenge. And as always, I'll give updates on open invites and collaborations. But before we get into all of that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women to grow their influence through YouTube and the occasional man that decides to join us on our sister circle. So I help people grow their influence through YouTube. We'll put it that way. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then you are in the right place. So hit that subscribe button and then double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And I got 10 people on. If I could get 10 thumbs up, that'll be just great. And if you've joined us on the replay, welcome. You'll get some value from what we do here today. So please jump in on the conversation, leave your questions or whatever, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And for those of you who have joined us live, how you doing? How you doing? I am so glad you joined us tonight. I think we're going to have a great show. I've got some important things for us to talk about. But before we get started, what you sipping on? I got lemonade. And I've got the Simply lemonade. That is the best lemonade you can buy. It is so good. So while you guys are letting me know what you're sipping on, I'm going to say, hey, Penny at Penny's Place. It's good to have you with us. And LaTanya from Inspiring Mealtimes with LaTanya. It's good to have you with us as well. Hey, Michelle. And then Leslie at Midlife and Nailing It. Carol from My Blessed Nest, how you doing? Darcy, I'm glad you're with us tonight. Sandy from Sister Cousins Lifestyle, how you doing? Wendy, always busy. I am always glad to have you join us, as well as, like I said, Carol and Sandy and All Things Marie. Welcome. I think you've joined us a couple of times before, so it's good to have you with us as well. And let's see, who else is here? So Leslie at Midlife and Nailing It says she's got water. Sandy at Sister Cousins Lifestyle says she's got water with lime and mint. And you know what, Sandy, I've got some limes in the fridge and I got some mint growing right outside on my patio. So I might just have to give that a try. You know, more drinks with mint. My granddaughter Jordan did that the other day. She put a few mint leaves in her water. So there's that. So Leslie's got water. Wendy's got water. Stephanie says she's in the car, so she's fading in and out. Okay. LaTanya has ice water, and she agrees that Simply Lemonade is the best. And then Andrea is with us. Must be Andrea Mason at the Queen's Court, but I didn't see her name. Did I miss it? Well, hey, Andrea. And Kimberly said your tablescape is so pretty. Carol's gonna get hers done after that. Yes, there is Andrea Mason from the Queen's Court. So, hey, everybody, it is time for us to circle up. So let's get those circles dropped, because who's ready to circle up tonight? If I could ever do this the first time, it would just be nice. There we go. So there. And then to Candy at DIY Designs by CCW, just joined us tonight as well. I think I already spoke to Penny. Mary at Rocky Mountains Garden. Hey, Mary. And Kimberly Davis. So, hey, all of my sisters, how you doing? You know what, ladies? I enjoy it when we have this opportunity to just get together and just chat. We also have a brother who has joined us in the sister circle, Scott from Virtual Dinner Party, and he has joined the Facebook group too. And so a couple of you guys welcomed him there. So that was really kind of cool. So now, our sister circle has a brother or two, because we've got another guy that joins us from time to time as well. So, okay, so those are the things that I've given the greeting. And then let's just talk real briefly about the challenge for July. And the challenge for July, remember, is to start uploading your series videos. You were to create topics for a series of 5 videos. So this is our video series consisting of 5 videos. So our challenge for July is to start uploading those videos. Now, you can upload one video for the month of July and have on your calendar when you plan to do the others. But the important thing is to get that started. We've been talking about that over the past few weeks, so now it's time to put that into action. And we're going to start uploading those. Hey, Leah Rowe from Junkernecker, how are you doing? So we're going to start uploading those videos. So these are the video ideas you've been working on that are in a series. Like I've got a series I'm going to be working on that has to do with cooking with fresh herbs. And I've got 6 or 7 different videos that I plan to do. So you guys had identified different topics for your series of 5 videos. And now we're supposed to start getting those uploaded. So get at least 1, if not 2 of those up for the month of July. And just to recap our discussion on why we need to create a video series. It gives people, okay, I can see already this is driving me crazy. So let's just get this out of the way. It looks crazy, but it feels crazier. So, all right. So now just to review last week's discussion, to create a video series gives people a reason to come back to see what's next in the series. It provides an opportunity to engage with it provides you an opportunity to engage with your subscribers, and it gives them an opportunity to engage with your content. And then videos linked to one another can be housed in a playlist, and then YouTube can suggest the other videos in the playlist to people who are viewing. So it's a way to increase your watch time. It also helps you to build authority. And then, like I said, YouTube may recommend other videos in the playlist. So that's why you want to put together a series of 5 videos that can be housed in one playlist. And remember, when you create the playlist, you want to give it a title with keywords in it that is searchable, and the description should be searchable because playlists do show up in search. So our sister now, Darcy, is on with us, so I am glad. So guys, let's give Darcy a shout out to Darcy. So Darcy at Organizing with Darcy gets a shout out because Darcy has started her series. She actually was a little bit ahead. So Darcy has started a series called Tips for a Clean and Organized Home, a 7-week series. So she's got a 7-week series. So tips for a clean and organized home. And in an organized home 3 tips, which was week 1, she gave specific tips for the front door area, the bed making, and a shoeless home, or going to a shoeless home, in video number 1. So there's 3 tips in video number 1, and then she invites you back to video number 2, which she will cover tips 4, 5, and 6 in that video. And then she shares a video each week that continues the 7-week series. And right now she's got week 4 of the 7-week series posted. And the tips are interesting and practical. Oh, and the description box of the first video, like I said, she lets you know what's coming up in the next video to invite you back. So that encourages you to come back to see those other tips that she has available. And then the continuing thread in most of the titles in each of the videos is tips for a clean and organized, blah, 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 blah. So tips for a clean and organized kitchen, tips for a clean and organized bathroom, tips for a clean and organized whatever the next thing is for the most part. So that's how she connects it all together. So way to go, Darcy. Way to go, way to go, way to go. So kudos to you for doing that. And then another one of our Sister Circle members is Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life. And Michelle has yet to be on when I give her a shout out. So today she is. So Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life has also started a series. Now, this is a series that looks like, from what I could gather, that it's a closed collaboration. But now, who's in the collab with her? Where our other sister, Karen at This Main or Mom, and then Dee from D Lovely Life. And the three of them are hosting a closed collaboration where they are showing you decluttering. And now let me check my notes because sometimes I get to talking and then I get off track here. But it looks like it's a closed collaboration. And hey, people, look, I have got a special guest. Look who's here.
I'm doing my hair right now, so it's kind of crazy. But hey, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to the Sister Circle. I'm Jordan, if you didn't know.
Yeah, this is my Jordan Ashley. She's my granddaughter who started the new YouTube channel.
Yes, I did. It's called Jordan Ashley Green. I talk about Christian faith and how to live your faith being a teenager, because that can be difficult sometimes. And I'm really enjoying it. So if you know any teenagers or young girls, make sure you tell them to check it out.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, she's here for the holiday. So you guys have seen her jump on before. We were talking yesterday morning, and she was saying how excited she was that she was welcome into the Sister Circle. And I said, yeah, you're our youngest little sister.
Well, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Should I close your door, ring?
No.
Okay.
I'll get you hot in here.
Okay.
So Jordan, they're giving you a circle up.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
You can close your door though. Yeah, she's getting her hair done. So, oh, thank you, Kim. Yeah, I think she does look like me a little bit. She looks a lot like my mom when my mom was that age. That's what's so amazing to me, is that she looks just like my mom. And then her mom, a lot of people say looks like me, but I think her mom looks like my husband's sister. So anyway, so thank you guys for being welcoming to her. And she wrote down all the ideas you guys gave her last week. And I saw Scott jumped on just a little bit ago. So Scott is our brother who joined us, and he joined the Facebook group last week too. So people have welcomed him into the Facebook group. So anyway, I was just about to give Michelle her shout out. So I was talking about the close collaboration that Michelle and Karen and D Lovely are hosting, and it's a decluttering series. And on Michelle's part, I haven't seen Karen's videos yet, but Michelle's videos, she had a craft room declutter. Video 2 was various drawers in the house, and then video 3 was bedroom drawers. So it looked like she's addressing various drawers so far. And it's a 30-day declutter, so there's going to be something new every day. You're also invited to jump in on the Facebook. You can like get a downloadable or printable if you come through the Facebook group, because she's not sure how to upload it in her description box. So there's that. But so there's that. So let's give Michelle a big circle up, because her and I guess we should give one to Michelle and Karen. They both get a circle up because they're working on that close collaboration with a 30-day decluttering. So they will both have a series of 30 videos, all of them tuned into decluttering. So there we go there. So that's pretty cool. And then the other shout out goes to Stephanie at Creatively Ms. Me with Stephanie. Now she's probably thinking, so why am I getting a shout out? But here's the thing. You guys know we've been talking about making these topics evergreen. We want to use a topic that people can search and they will always need to know it. Well, Stephanie made a series of videos on DIY projects for weddings in 2016. So it is called her wedding series, and various centerpieces and different things like that people would need for their own wedding. Yes, Stephanie, I saw it. So, and it was wedding ideas, and they were from 2016. Now it's 2020 now, but people, because of the economy, because of the shutdown, so many people are doing their own thing for their weddings, creating their own designs. So 4 years ago in 2016, Stephanie did a series on wedding project DIYs. So it's evergreen. It's going to be equally as relevant today as it was in 2016. So now, Stephanie, the one thing I might suggest is that you change the title on the playlist, because your playlist says Wedding Series 2016. Just take the 2016 off or something else, to take that off, and you can just kind of tweak the title a little bit, but take the 2016 out, so that if people are searching and they see it, they won't say, oh, this is 2016. That's 4 years old. I don't want to look at that. Take that year out so that people will just see your wedding series, tweak the description, and bam, you got a series that's in there from 4 years ago that's evergreen. So that's why I'm saying, for the series that we're working on that starts in July, make it evergreen, because that's what we want. And as I said, I have a video that I'm going to put up about how to brine a turkey, which is getting ready for Thanksgiving, because that's a tentpole topic. And so there's that, and that'll be an evergreen topic as well. All right, so this is just a reminder to start getting your calendar out and blocking out when you're going to shoot, when you're going to script, like research, script, shoot, and upload your videos starting in July, and go from there. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So people are giving you ideas. So Carol says, Stephanie, that you could also put a blurb on your community tab and on Instagram talking about your series to generate new interest. Absolutely. And as you guys know, I'm still working on, my community tab. I plan on coming back to that. But since we're talking about community tab, well, I better come back to it because I don't want to get off track. I got my notes in order. So there's that. So remember, people, what gets scheduled more than likely will get done. So if you just say, well, I'm going to work on a series, and it's in your head, you may or may not get to it. But if you actually write it down, you block it out on your calendar, you plan when you're going to do certain things, then you're more likely to accomplish that task. So what gets scheduled gets done. And then just in case you're not aware, be sure to, if you're new, join the Facebook group for the Sister Circle on my channel, This and That with Denise Jordan, on my Facebook channel, This and That with Denise Jordan. Go in there, find the groups, and then join the Sister Circle group. You're welcome to join the traditional homemaking group as well, but this one, the Sister Circle group, is specific for us here, so that you can share your ideas and let us know when you plan to do certain things and how your plans are going, so you can be accountable. We can help hold each other accountable. So there's that. And then I think LaTanya, let me make sure I didn't miss something first, because then LaTanya is going to be up next. Just checking a couple. Yes. Okay. So do we have any quick questions before LaTanya comes up to talk to us about her idea? And while LaTanya's typing in her idea that she wanted to share with us, and I forgot last week. Well, actually, it wasn't that I forgot. I got to chat, and you guys know how I can be. I got to chatting, and it was like, oh, we ran out of time because I was chatting. So Latanya and I talked, and so she's going to bring that idea this week, and so she's going to share with us now what she learned from one of the videos we were assigned to watch in the Daryl Eves challenge. So Latanya, if you want to go ahead and start putting that in the description box. And then I'll make sure to put, so Latanya's going to put it in different texts. So Carol, I must have missed something. I'm going to be looking for Carol's comment. You can put a blurb on your community and Instagram challenge. So Carol, I'm not sure what happened on your live chat. What happened? Whatever that is, I missed it. So after Latanya's done, you can ask about that, and then we can try to sort that out. So Latanya is telling us that one of the things that we learned in the Daryl Eves challenge is that they told us about a group of collaborators that they hosted a collaboration together. But what they did was, a group of similar videos were created, just like when we did our quarantine cooking challenge. But they suggested that what happened was that the channels uploaded at different times. So that was the thing. So people didn't have to pick and choose what video to watch. So, typically when we have a challenge and we upload, we say, okay, we're going to all upload at 7 p.m. so we can all get traction at the same time. So people will start watching one and then you go to the other, or you have to figure out which one you're going to watch first. On this particular one, it's called a data relationship. And it was an idea that that allows, like, one dropped at 7 and then the next one dropped at, say, 7:08, and then the next one dropped about 8 minutes after that, and the next one dropped about 5 to 8 minutes after that. So each of the videos must have been somewhere between 6 and 8 minutes, so that once one finished, then according to the video and Daryl Eves and these particular collaborators, that YouTube served up that next video because the link was pretty obvious, I guess from the title or something like that. So let me see, what else did she say? So that people would finish one video, and then when that other one popped up, they said, oh, well, I just finished watching one quarantine cooking. Well, let me see what that one has to offer. And so the next one came up. So what do you guys think about that idea? It sounded like it was very helpful to the collaborators because it helped them to share audiences. But what I wasn't clear on was how many collaborators were in that particular collaboration. I'm thinking it might have been like 5 or 6 because it sounded like it could have been a small group. So Latanya was thinking maybe when we did our next Sister Circle challenge, like the quarantine cooking, and we're all uploading something on the same day, that we might consider something like that. So let's hear your thoughts on that and how we could make that work if we wanted to try it. Hey, Cheryl at I Style Myself. No problem. Carol said she thinks it's a good idea. Yeah, Latanya, they didn't tell us how many they had, so we're not really sure. But I suppose if we wanted to try that, so you understand, but how does it work differently from a playlist? Well, that's a good question. I think the difference with the playlist is that when you put them in the playlist and they all come out at the same time, when they all come out at the same time, so they all drop at 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever, they're all out there. And So when the playlist comes up, you see them all in a row, and then you can just, the playlist just serves up each one when you finish with that one. That's how a playlist works. The way the other one worked, from my understanding, now I'll try to get more clarification on that, but it was like I didn't get the impression that they were in a playlist, but they were deployed at different times. So that what you were looking at is that no, these weren't all live. These weren't all live. What was happening was one video would drop at 7, then the second video would drop, we'll say at 7:10. The third video would drop at, say, 7:20, and the next video would drop at, say, 7:40. So let's say they dropped, each video dropped 10 minutes apart. So it was a way to trigger the YouTube algorithm that, hey, these videos are connected, and if the person liked this video, maybe they'll like that one. It had something to do with serving up your videos to the right audience, that kind of thing. So that was my impression. Yeah, did that make sense for you, Diva? Hey, My Kitchen Corner. Good to have you with us today. You know what? I think My Kitchen Corner is new, ladies. If she's not new, she's been with us one time before. Yeah, it was the same topic, but not necessarily the same video or titles, but they were connected somehow. They were using the same topic. So I guess the families might decide to do on a certain kind of video. And these were family vloggers that they were talking about. So maybe one family blogger might say they're going to go to Disney, and another family blogger might go to a different theme park or something like that. But maybe they were all at a theme park on that day, something like that. Yes, My Kitchen Corner. This is the first time she's joined us. So ladies, welcome. My Kitchen Corner. I forgot what your name is. I'm thinking Susan for some reason, but that's probably not right. And the new family DIYs. Hi, how are you guys too? You guys, I think, joined us last week. So Carol said we could have various topics and split into groups according to our channel. The biggest thing I think would be for that, Christina. Christina is My Kitchen Corner. That's it. Let me write that down. So say hi to Christina. And Tam from Lovemybabiesforever just jumped in. And then the new family DIYs is with us as well. And I forgot your name too, new family. All right. So we weren't suggesting, though, that we started a new one right now, but we were just thinking if we wanted to do something like that, how could we do it? So Carol was suggesting if people wanted to kind of maybe trial it out, have some kind of a collaboration, and then give each other different times to deploy. That'd be interesting to see how it worked out. Because one of the things when we did the quarantine cooking, we really didn't know who was all going to participate. So they just ended up in the playlist, and then we just went down the list looking at the videos. So I don't know. I'll raise that question in the Daryl Eves group. So any other thoughts about that? Chanel, is that the Chanel's name is, which one is Chanel? Must be new family is Chanel. Okay, new family is Chanel. Let me write that down. Hello, Chanel. So, okay, so yeah, looks like Carol is suggesting that we could break up into groups and have one person head up each topic. That's a good idea. Hey, Maria from YouTube Creaciones, good to have you with us. And Scott from Virtual Dinner Party has joined us as well. And Simply Carla Jones. Hey, so okay, so I think that's a good idea, Carol, that maybe we could have one person kind of head up a certain topic, and then that topic could decide how they want to host a collaboration, and then assign different times to drop their videos, and we'll see how that works. So yeah, we could have one person head up each topic. So what kind of well, first of all, let's see if people are thinking, you guys want to start another collaboration soon to test this out? What are your thoughts? I'll ask how many YouTube channels is optimal for that. And see, Latanya said, what'd she say? Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Latanya. No problem. Latanya, let's post a message in the Daryl E's Facebook group and find out how many, yes, Stephanie, we'll find out how many collaborators were in that particular group, and like how many is optimum and how it worked, because the hardest part I think would be figuring out how to assign the times and that kind of thing. But let's say there were 6 people in a particular topic, let's say organization, there were 6 people in that, then you could give each person the time to upload their video. So yeah, so Latanya is going to ask that question, and then we'll see what's what. So we're looking at this possibly after July. Yeah, because right now July is busy. So people are saying yes, in August will work better. Okay, so all right, so there's that. So then we'll check on it. Latanya and I will gather more information, and we'll come back. In the meantime, Carol, if you could be thinking about the different topics that might work out. I believe you would also link the other channels in the description box. For example, if there's 5, you could just link all 5 of the channels below so people know who's participating. And if you already have the links to that other person's videos, you could also put those in your description box too. So just in case they missed the YouTube suggested video, at least it's in the link below. So we'll check on it. We'll try to get more information on that. So yeah. So Carol, if you could be thinking about what would be some of the different categories, and I'm not sure what a hop is, Stephanie. I've heard Kenya talk about it. But the difference with this thing that we're talking about is it's something that the YouTube algorithm does to generate you in suggested video. It's different from us being in a hop or a playlist, and then we click on those things ourselves automatically. So we'll collect some more information about that and go from there. And we can see. Yeah, it's the staggered upload times. That's the difference, Carol. That's how it's different from like the playlist and that kind of thing. And it's supposed to do something to trigger the algorithm. I don't know if the hop does that or not. Hey, Tammy, good to have you with us. Okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, and Diva, don't forget, you're the timekeeper, so don't let me get too long-winded. And then I have company here, so I need to keep myself on track. All right, so now, so Stephanie's saying that you put the link to the next person in the challenge in your description box. Okay, good. And then they would do the same cause after that. So yeah, this is a little different from a hop because you're getting the YouTube algorithm to trigger the suggestion. Okay. Yeah, this is a little different from a hop because this is something when you're clicking on the, you give the next person's video and then you click on that one and then you tell them click on that one. And I can certainly see that's a way to get people to watch your videos, but it's not the YouTube algorithm pushing it up as suggested video. That's the whole idea behind this other thing. Now, which of these might work best? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, Carol said her question was, it said unable to connect. The live chat never came up. It said unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. What do I do to try again? Huh. I never heard of that. Live chat unable to come up. Did you try refreshing, Carol? Only if you refresh, does it kick you out? Live chat was unable to come up. There must be something going on with YouTube, because I wouldn't know what you would do to try again other than to refresh it. But we'll have to research that. So Cheryl said, why not do both, one in each month? That's a lot of challenges or collaborations for us to try to do like back to back, I think. And also we're coming up into the busy time. Like right now it's July, coming up on August and September. It gets really busy, but it's certainly something we can talk about. Oh, Carol said she didn't see the message and figured no one came on. Oh, Carol, I'm so sorry. No, yeah, and you didn't see it until later. Oh, how terrible. Well, I'll tell you guys, I was on once a live stream for an hour, talked the whole time, and nobody could hear a word. So, of course, they didn't stick around. But I don't know. We'll have to try to suss that out. Maybe we can. And the problem with these kind of things is that YouTube doesn't respond to you when you have a question like that. You have to kind of put it out there on a forum or somewhere and hope someone else that knows can let you know. And you said it was a small message, so they probably sent the message in such small print that you probably didn't even notice it. Oh my! I am so sorry that happened. Because when you do a live stream, someone always jumps on. Even if it's no one you know, someone always jumps on a live stream. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, okay, let me get back on task now, because we've been on about almost 40 minutes. So now let me back up for a second. We're going to touch on Christmas in July. So a few channels have started posting about Christmas in July videos. So who of you have jumped on that train, and how have you made it on brand? Stop the stream and restart is what Scott suggested. Yes, Scott, you can do that. So that is a thought. Stop the stream and restart it, and then you can do, and then the live chat sometimes will come up. But then you'd have to share out the new link. Okay, so yeah, that's unfortunate. I am so sorry that happened. Okay. So yeah, if you don't see anybody on there, you'll know that's what's happened. So Tammy says she's all over the Christmas in July theme. She's hosting something with Biology and someone else. So Tammy's jumped in on it. Anybody else jumped in on the Christmas in July train? So Mary says, well, you know what, Mary, you don't have to. I'm just wondering who did it, and if so, how they made it on brand, because again, it's got to be on brand. And if it's not on brand, don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. That makes perfect sense. Carol, the other question is, did you make sure you push the public button? Because one time when I was coming on live for this show, I forgot to change it from private to public and nobody could see me. And I kept thinking, why isn't anybody here? I figured at least one person would be on, and I had forgotten to flip the button. So Tammy says she's hosting a collab with Biology, and if it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So everyone could see you, but you couldn't see them. So Lovemybabiesforever. Tam says she was looking for Carol's live and she didn't see it, but she sees others posting their Christmas mini tours now, and then they've got ornaments on the DIY with Shushana. Okay. So several people have been able to get started on that. Carol says her husband could see the chat, but he didn't know enough to tell her though. Girl, I know what you're saying, because my husband's the same way. You have to tell them specifically what to do, and they can only do what you tell them. They can't do anything else, and they don't know to tell you if something looks a little bit strange. So I am sorry. All right, so here's a few of the other channels that I found that are doing Christmas in July. So Pretty Simple Sherry is posting a Christmas in July videos all month long. And her Ugly Thrift Upcycle Challenge video, the invite video, drops tomorrow. So what I don't know is if that ugly thrift upcycle is going to be Christmas related or not, because she's already started posting her Christmas in July videos. And then I told you guys last week about a Christmas in July by someone called Bring It to Life with Gail. Now this one is a DIY channel, and she's already started sharing her Christmas crafts for her Christmas in July, things that you can use to decorate your home with for Christmas time. So they looked kind of interesting. And then the Christmas in July open invite hosted by Regal Designs by Shushana, they've started putting their videos out that are related to that. And then Davita Lane and Nesting Haven almost always do something for Christmas in July, but I've not seen those posts just yet. So I don't know if they are this time or not, because I haven't seen anything. And as I mentioned last week too, for my Jewish sisters, I don't know if you can do a Hanukkah in July or not, but you would know whether or not that's possible. So my question to all of you is to think about whether or not this makes sense for you, and if so, how can you execute it on your channel? Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden has already said this don't make sense for me, so don't do it. Okay. All right, let me get going here. So I'm not going to go into what different types or topics or anything like that can be. We did that last week. But just think about it. And the other thing that I wanted our newbies, our people to think about, including our newbies, is this. As an FYI, holidays are what we call tent pole topics. And a tent pole, and I think I cleaned up my office and I threw away my little low tech graphic, but a tent pole topic is a topic that comes around once a year, but they come around every year, same time, same celebration, such as back to school. Now, back to school is going to be a little bit different this year, but back to school is coming. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Those are 4 big seasonal topics that are coming up. So those are tent pole topics. So backing up for a second, LaTanya, I see you were asking about the question about how many people are optimal. That's what we don't know yet. That was the question. How many people are optimal if we were doing that staggered times collaboration? And then maybe you're also asking about, yeah, that's what it is. about whether or not how many people are optimal for that. That's a good question. All right, so now I'm going to go back to tentpole topics. Now, tentpole topics are not evergreen per se, from the perspective that they're seasonal, but they come around, like back to school comes around every August and is done by probably the end of September. Halloween comes every October and they start looking for Halloween in August. Thanksgiving is every November. They start looking for it in August or September. Christmas is every December. They start looking for it in September. So it's seasonal. It's a tentpole topic, so to speak, but it is evergreen because it comes every year. So I'm asking you to think about what makes sense for you on your channel that can be evergreen. And there's all different kinds of things you can consider in that regard, whether it be organization, whether it be decor, what is decor hacks, DIYs, anything like that. It's up to you to think about that. For example, back to school is going to be very different. What kind of video can you make for back to school that makes sense for you, that addresses the changes that may be coming for back to school in the fall, and then Thanksgiving or Halloween or whatever? So be thinking about that. So I'm asking you to think about these a couple of months prior to the holiday, because that's when people begin searching and they trend for a couple of months. They lead up to the holiday and then they're gone. The only one that may stick around after is at Thanksgiving. You have like turkey leftovers, so you have what to do with your leftovers for the food. So those kind of things, but that only lasts probably up until Christmas. And then for Christmas, you see people hitting the after Christmas sales and what I got for Christmas and those kinds of things, and then they're gone. So think about those kinds of things and what you can do to make sense for your channel that's evergreen. Yeah, these seasons do move pretty quickly. So for all the various genres, DIY, cooking, cleaning, organization, fashion and decor, any kind of category that you have on there, there should be something in each of those seasons that can make sense for you, except maybe back to school, depending upon where you are with that. So just think about what you can do that makes sense for you. And I don't expect an answer today because, you know, we're just now starting to process this, but I want you to be taking notes and thinking about it and, you know, getting it on your calendar. And like I said, I've got a video on how to put a turkey into brine that I'm going to try to get up this month as people start thinking about their holiday meals. And I'm hoping they'll find my video. So will they find one of yours is the question. Okay, so there's that. The video assignments that we've got listed, I listed 2 video assignments and they're quite interesting. The first video is hosted by YouTube creators. And it's a video that talks about the YouTube algorithm and about how your videos get recommended. And I thought that's something we all need to know about. So I put that one as one of our video assignments. And the second one was by video influencers, and it's how to write a script for your video. And the nice thing about this one is he also gives you examples as to how he does his script. So I thought, oh, we could all use that. So that's what's in there. We'll talk about those next week. Just wanted you guys to know about them and think about them now, so that you could be thinking about those things. And then also wanted to give shout outs and kudos to Clarissa Coward at A Cozy Life, because, you know, she has posted a couple of thumbnails on our Facebook site and asked for input from the circle. And Scott, I mentioned that you joined the group, that you joined the Facebook group last week. You missed that shout out when I gave it to you, and that you have been welcomed by several of the sisters in there. And then Carol at My Blessed Nest and myself at This and That with Denise, we've posted thumbnails to get people's opinions on, and it's been very insightful. So there's that. And I've been trying to do a better job at posting informative things on the Facebook group. Hopefully I can keep this up. So I had that. So I wanted you guys to be sure and go over to the Facebook group, check those out. And then Denise Rucker, and I forget what the rest of her channel name is, My Name Twin. She's also in the Daryl Eves Challenge, and she posted a thumbnail in that group and was asking for input. So she's trying to apply these different things that we have been learning. Now we also, so let me put her name in here because she gets the shout out and a circle up. And I think her channel is some kind of lifestyle with Rucker or something like that. But Denise Rucker is her name. And then V Vandessa at Vology also gets a shout out. Because I have to tell you what, that girl did such a cute thing on her video that was at the very end where she was coming out of the microwave. I was watching her video and it was like the microwave door opened up and there she was. She was like, well, there you are. And it's like she's looking at me from the microwave. Like she's like, I'm on the other side of the microwave. It was so cute. And I thought, oh, I love that. I said, you've got to tell me how you did that. And I was telling my granddaughter about it. And my granddaughter said, oh, well, she probably put her camera inside the microwave. But I'm like, oh, it was just so cute. So big kudos to you because you certainly threw in something that was very interesting. And it injected some fun into the video. It was just nice. So I thought, I got to tell people about that. And then another shout out goes to Karen at This Mainer Mom. Karen, let's see. So there's a shout out that goes to that one. So there's that. So I gave her that shout out because it was just cute. It was just so cute. It was a nice touch. And so Tam says she saw that as well. Yeah, I don't think Karen is on tonight, but still, you know, we looked at it. And the other thing that I wanted to say about Karen gets a shout out because she answered a question by one of her viewers and posted the video. She made a video to answer the question. Now, Carol shared with us that what she had done. Carol shared Karen's video with us, but one of her viewers asked a question, and rather than just typing out the answer, or she might have done that as well, but she also made a video about whatever the question was, and it had something to do with people teaching teens how to write. And she also applied some of the new techniques that I just recently learned in the Daryl Eves Challenge in regards to a couple of things, you know, cutting out and I forget now what they were. Let's see, what did I say? I didn't say what it was on my notes. I just said she applied some of those techniques. So let's give Karen a circle up as well. And then I also posted a video. Okay, so Scott said he did you. So kudos to you too, Scott. Let's give Scott a circle up as well. I posted a video on the Facebook group by the Six Sisters Stuff. They do Instant Pot videos. That's all she does. Every Monday she posts a new video about some kind of Instant Pot thing. And she did a 10 favorite Instant Pot recipes or 10 best Instant Pot recipes or something like that. So it was a play on our 5 things video. So she put her top 10 Instant Pot recipes. It could have been top 5 Instant Pot recipes or whatever. So people, that's what I mean when I say how that 5 things video can work. And then she did something in her thumbnail where she cut out the image of herself and put it on top. And then she had an arrow pointing to something. So way to go. So that's kind of nice. And Scott's been also trying some things too. So we'll have to continue to check out each other's channels so that we can see what's going on like there. Okay. So Tammy's top 5 video was scheduled to post on Tuesday. So yeah, so we're getting these things done, ladies. I like that. We're getting these things done. Okay. All right, so now other stuff. Apparently there's been another purge on YouTube. So one of the comments that were coming up in one of the other groups that I was in is, has anyone been losing subscribers? And someone said they noticed they lost like 6 or 7. Someone said they lost a couple hundred. Someone said they lost a lot. So YouTube apparently is doing another purge of some of the various channels. I felt like my subscriber numbers weren't growing like they should, because I could see where subscribers were being added, but I'm like, well, I'm getting more subscribers, but it doesn't look like the numbers going up. So evidently I've been losing some subscribers too. And then Michelle says she hasn't noticed, she hasn't heard about it, but she hasn't gained any subs in months. So there's some kind of a purge or something that's going on. So just kind of keep an eye out on it and keep track of your numbers and just see what's what. But evidently something's going on that people have been noticing it. I lost 5 subscribers. I did the video on when I did my patio cleanup bird feeders. I lost 5 subscribers on that video. So I guess my folks didn't like that. Yeah, they took a bunch of channels off the list. Oh, I was one, so you had to resubscribe. Oh my. All right. So there's that. And I want to come back to thumbnails in a minute, but before I do that, and remind me to come back to thumbnails, but I'm going to put this set of notes over there so that I'll come back to it. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was there's apparently some security things going on that we need to be concerned about with YouTube. And so we need to, what do they call it? Have a 2-step verification for your channel. Now, this is why I'm bringing this up. So in the group that, well, in the Daryl Eves YouTube challenge, I was looking at it earlier today and a person posted, help, my channel was hacked. All my videos have been deleted. And I'm like, whoa, what? The person said they did have the 2-step verification and they had what they thought was a pretty secure password, but they got hacked and all their videos were deleted. And so they're trying to figure out what's what. And you know, you can just send YouTube an email and you may or may not get a message back in a timely manner. So they were asking, can anybody help us? What do we do? How do we go about it? And someone posted that to send YouTube a message on Twitter or Instagram might be the quickest way to get some attention. And I will admit that I am one who did not have the 2-step verification on. And I kept saying, oh, I'll do it later. And I wanted to wait and get the 2-step verification done when I got my website finished. And I was going to do it later. And then today when I saw that, I thought, well, I don't have time to do that. I'll do it tomorrow. Then I thought, no, Denise, you better do that today. So one of the things that I did this afternoon was I did put in a 2-step verification on my channel. And I also changed my channel password. So now let's talk about that, because that's what I want us to address from that security standpoint. Oh no, Michelle said life on Lemon Lane had her channel stolen. She had to create another channel. So Michelle, can you tell us any more about that? You know, I used to follow Life on Lemon Lane and I hadn't seen her lately. I hadn't thought about that though too. Carrie Anderson got her channel stolen too, but she was able to recover it. That was a while ago. And then, you know, Roberto Blake, guys, this is the first time I've talked about this. I talked about this last year because Roberto Blake came on and Roberta told us to do that last year. And so I mentioned it, but did I do anything about it? No, because it was too much trouble to have to do two things. But when I found out that this person in this challenge that I was in just recently got her channel stolen, I'm like, okay. So Lemon Lane Cottage, I didn't know that. See, I followed her because I like some of her stuff. And so I didn't realize that's what had happened. So if you don't have the two-step verification done on your channel, ladies and gents, please, please, please take care of that. And if you've been using the same password, you might want to change it. I wasn't going to change my password. And when I looked at the criteria, you know, when you pull up your history and all this kind of stuff, I had been using that password since 2017. Now they tell you to change your passwords every 3 to 6 months. So I thought, let me change the password. So Tammy, if you go on your YouTube studio, somewhere toward the bottom of the page, it will say something like your channel is at risk if you don't have two-step verification turned on. Learn more, and click on learn more, and it walks you through what you need to do. So you have to verify, you have to have an alternative number or alternative email address for them to contact you. So in case someone tries to change some stuff on your channel, you have to be aware of it. And I was talking to, no, I wasn't talking to, I found on YouTube, I don't know if it was Roberto's channel or if it was a Daryl E's channel a while back, someone had hacked this one creator's channel and diverted her cash, her Google payments to their own bank account, and she lost tens of thousands of dollars before she was able to get it sorted out. Now, I ain't making that kind of money, but that little bit of money that I do make, I want to, you know, I want it to get access to it. I don't want it to go to someone else. So we need to make sure we do that. And never click on a link in an email browser because it could be fake. Type in the website link or whatever yourself. Yeah, if you get an email and they say whatever and there's a link to click on it, don't click on it. And lately when I've been getting some phishing from different brands or companies wanting to know, what do I want to promote their product? Sometimes when I open the email, Google will pop in a big red banner and says, this is a suspicious email. Don't click on any links in it. But yeah, go to your account yourself. Don't click on links. I know sometimes I'll get a message from, they'll say, this is PayPal International and you need to check your PayPal account, blah, blah, blah. Click here, and I won't click on it. Like if I feel like I need to check PayPal, I'll go there myself and check it. So yes, don't click on the links. So Tammy, yeah, go to your YouTube. You have to be in your YouTube studio and type in two-step verification or channel security and see what happens. There should be a message in your YouTube account on how to verify. Okay. Okay, we got that. We're coming back to that. So does that make sense for you guys? Let's see if I covered everything. So now the other thing that I wanted to touch on briefly, and then I'll do the updates on collabs and open invites, is the right audience. This is something that I also got from the Daryl Eves challenge. I hadn't really thought about this, but he talks a lot about making sure that your videos are shown to the right audience, because if you don't have the right audience, then you'll have people, let's say you, a lot of people, you participate in a collaboration. So a lot of people subscribe to you, but they're not really the right audience for your channel. And then they don't come back and look at any more of your videos. They're not engaged with your content. You want to make sure that you get presented before the right audience. So my granddaughter Jordan, when she posted her first video on her channel, and she was so excited, and she invited all of her family to come and view her videos. And, you know, I told you guys to go check her out. And I looked at her videos. I said, now in your next video, don't invite all those folks to come and watch. You want the demographics that you want. So you invite your friends in your age group, a little higher and a little lower, to come watch your videos, because we're not the people that you want watching those videos. We don't want to confuse the YouTube algorithm and they start sending grandma and her, you know, cohorts to your videos. So you want to attract the right audience. So let's talk about that a little bit. I hadn't thought about that much before, but it really made me look at things a little bit differently. So that's why when I say some things aren't on brand, Michelle, in the Daryl Eves Challenge group, someone asked a question, and you know Natalie at Designs to the Nines, she was the one that had that information, and she shared it. And then several people started talking about it, and they were saying, you know, I've been losing subs, and I've been losing subs, and so, you know, that's what's happening. I mean, what else could it be? But yeah, that's who told me. I should say that's where I got it from. On the Daryl Eves Challenge, Natalie at Designs to the Nines mentioned it. And she said she had lost quite a few. So, because I kept thinking, I know I should have more subs in this because I see where people are subscribing, but, you know, the numbers weren't paying out. All right, so the right audience, let's talk about that. Anybody had any thoughts on that? Oh, they took her off your list too. I don't know what's going on. But resubscribe, please, for the people that you like. I guess if you haven't been engaged with that content for a while, that's what happens. Okay. So what are your thoughts about the right audience? Oh, wow. Ieasha said they took, rather Maria said they took quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too. So there's something going on with that algorithm. Not the algorithm. Well, I don't know what it is, but something's going on. And it is very annoying. And it's very annoying when the people don't come back, because then that gives your videos, you know, it makes your numbers go down. So let me just encourage everyone to consider jumping in on the Daryl Eves 30-Day Creator Challenge. It's starting over for July. So he put a post in the Facebook group today, who's ready for round 2. So if you haven't signed up for it, I encourage you to do it, because I've learned some new things already just from the few days that I participated in the challenge. So last month, I like the way he presents his information, and then he'll release a video that you're to watch that addresses the topic that he's talking about, and then gives you some assignments to support the video. And I think it'll help you understand things a little better. At least I'm beginning to understand a little better. Yeah, so a lot of people are, you know, Penny, I'm going to put the link in the description box, but here's what you can do. Daryl Eves YouTube. Go to the Daryl Eves YouTube channel. Go to the last video that he has, whatever the last video that you see, the most, you know, recent video. If you look in his description box, you'll see the 30-Day Creator Challenge. and then just click on it, and then it'll direct you how to sign up for it. So that's what I did, but I'll get it in the description box for this one, and I'll try to do that tonight. Um, but yeah, I encourage you to sign up for it. And several of the ladies in our group are in that challenge. So I encourage you to consider doing that, because I've learned a lot already. And I didn't even go through the whole thing. So I'm glad it's starting over so that I can get that. All right. So, and the other quick question that I wanted to ask people, have you noticed the changes? Well, changes. Have you noticed what I've been trying to do on my community tab? Because I invited all of you that have a community tab to start using it more creatively, to start using it much as you might use Instagram. And if you don't have a community tab, you can use Instagram in this way, but where you're trying to be more engaging and interactive with your community. So it was suggested to me, rather than just putting on, upcoming videos, but to actually do things to engage people. So I've been trying to show, like, pictures of something that I made in the kitchen, that I cooked, which is on my brand, that I might have cooked using fresh herbs, which is on my brand, and my herb garden and things like that. Those are things that are on brand, and they're engaging and chatting with my viewers about that. So think about how you can do that for your channel. And so what are your thoughts on that? I want to, if you guys have happened to see any of those, if you've noticed a difference, because I'm trying to be more engaging that way. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started. So Carol said she has noticed that. Oh, great, Carol. Thank you. Because I'm trying to apply the information that I'm telling you guys about. So I'm trying to do it. Yeah, Kenya and Kimberly have been using their community tab for a while, and it's definitely been more engaging. So Tammy says she's been engaging more with them there. Okay, so that's good. So that's what we're trying to do, is build that community on our community tab. Because I thought, well, we've got a really good community built here on YouTube, but we also need to be able to do that on our community tab so that we can engage differently. So Scott said he's trying to do his more. So Penny says she likes what I'm doing on my community tab better. So that's good. Stephanie said that Daryl said he's going to go even deeper in the next one. I know, Stephanie. So I'm like, I'm ready for it. I am so ready for it. Okay. Well, once you get 1,000 subscribers, you can get one. So Diva said she uses community tab and stories. So now, Diva, are you using stories on YouTube or stories on Instagram? I don't know how to do Instagram stories. I'm trying to figure out how to even put up an Instagram picture, which I do know how to do that. But it's just, I don't know, by the time I do Facebook, put up a Facebook post, do YouTube, it's like, well, can I get to Instagram? I don't know. So Karen says she didn't have one yet, but she'll get one. And stories on YouTube and Instagram. So you're doing YouTube stories. Oh, Diva, you're so smart. I have to figure that out. I've got to figure out how to do those stories, because my granddaughter said, Jordan, like, Grams, are you using stories? Like, no. So, all right. Got to get there. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and get started with the open invites and collabs, and then we'll come back to thumbnails if we have time, because I got people downstairs, so I can't stay on too long tonight. But before I get to that, my question to you is this: what is your next action step? Yeah, that's a good idea. I can have Jordan show me since she's here, because they'll be going home soon, but they're here today and tomorrow. So what's your next action step? That's my question. Excuse the punctuation error. What is your next action step? Okay, so what's your next action step? So now Tamara says the first place she goes now is to people's community tab to get information. So, okay. So, okay. All right. I'll continue to keep trying to do that then, people. All right. Okay. So now, collaborations. So, hey, V, good to have you here. You already missed me giving you your shout out. I told him about you coming out of the microwave saying hi, you know, and how cool that was. So people are typing in their action steps right now, their next action steps. And I'm going to go ahead and start giving the updates on open invites and collabs. So on July 5th, which is today, we have the Galvanized Tablescape hosted by Diva, Designing on a Dime. So those were to drop today. And if you don't have those in yet, you still have time because today is still July 5th. And you were to create a tablescape using galvanized decor items. And so you can go from there. July 7th is the Christmas in July open invite hosted by Regal Designs with Shushana and co-hosted by Tammy at Lovemybabiesforever. Mary says that on her phone, community posts are shown first on her YouTube app. Well, that's interesting. I do know that the community posts are shown in a different way, and they're shown to a lot more people as well. So if when you get a community tab and it took you so long to earn it, try taking advantage of it. Okay. So Shushana's Christmas in July DIY Challenge, open invite, hosted by Regal Designs with Shushana and co-hosted by Tamara at Lovemybabiesforever. Playlist will be available on July 7th on Shushana's video. And video upload time is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. July 8th is an open invite. It's the Nailed It or Failed It Challenge. And this one is an open collab for July. And it's hosted by Mama Dares to DIY and Sweet Urban Rose. And I think Sweet Urban Rose is Yvonne, I think. But anyway, Mama Dares to DIY and Sweet Urban Rose. And what they want you to do is to come up with something that you want to do that maybe you can't afford to get. It's almost like the Look for Less challenge, but you can find it on Pinterest or wherever, and then create the video and then ask your subscribers their thoughts. Did you nail it or did you fail it? And then you'll talk about that. And then usual collab etiquette applies. Yeah, the poll is going to be removed from the videos, and I think the community tab as well. I kind of like the polls, but even if you can't use the polls, there's other features on the community tab that you can use that can still help you to be engaging with your community. Okay, so the Nailed It or Failed It, July 8th. And you upload your video on July 8th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And they're going to put the link in the description box. Scott says he thinks the community tab polls are staying. That's what I thought too, Scott. I thought maybe the polls on the community tabs might be staying and just the polls on the videos were going away. But I'm not sure. I'll see if I can clarify it. But we'll have to see. July 10th is the Unity Wreath Challenge hosted by At Penny's Place and Styling with Stacy. And they want you to make a DIY Unity wreath for your door. Upload date is July 10th, and I don't have a time for that right now. July 11th is our Container Garden Challenge, and that is also, V said yesterday YouTube posted that it will be removed. V, where did they post that? Was it on the creator announcements that they give? Because I want to check that out then. But July 11th is the Container Garden Challenge hosted by myself, This and That with Denise Jordan, Lacee at Lacee Space, and then Krissie at Make It with Krissie. And that's where people are posting their container gardens. And mine was doing really well, but now I don't know, a couple of things in it starting to die off. So we'll see what happens. But as far as your container garden, you can do any kind of container and any kind of garden. It's up to you how you want to do it. Penny's Place, that was 7 p.m. Eastern. So the Unity Wreath Challenge was 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Gail Luker. Hello, everyone. This is Gail. I don't have a YouTube channel, but I enjoy hearing about the challenges and trying to compete them. Okay, well, it's nice to have you join us. So, Gail Luker, everybody say hello to Gail. She's just jumping on because she likes hearing about the challenges and just listening. So, welcome. You're welcome. Google AdSense. Okay, I'll check that out. All right. So on July 12th is the Take Me to Paris Tablescape Sunday Open Invite. This one's hosted by Diva Decorating and then Diva's Dynasty. And what they want you to do on this one is to kind of put together a tablescape with a Parisian theme. You must use the color pink in your tablescape, and you also have to display an Eiffel Tower. So it sounds like it's kind of fun. Video upload date is July 12th, anytime after midnight. And then on July 13th is the Farmhouse Entryway Summer Refresh. This one is hosted by Clarissa Coward at A Cozy Lifestyle and co-hosted by Everyday Living with Karen Jeter. And this is Clarissa's first challenge to host. And they want you to refresh your entryway for summer. Use some kind of a floral or greenery in the decor, and you need to have a farmhouse twist. So that should be fun. Title your video Farmhouse Entryway Summer Refresh 2020. They've got a hashtag that they want you to use. And as I said, video upload date is July 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. July 17th is the Flippin' Friday hosted by Board or Bananas. And then she's going to be hosting this on the third Friday of every month. And the video upload date is Friday, July 17th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, here's the thing. When you go to her channel, you may or may not be able to see an invite video. I had to look at her Flippin' Friday video, and then she said in that video, she's going to be hosting it on the third Friday of every month. So I haven't seen a standard invite video like we're used to for each one coming up. So just want you to know that, because someone was looking for it last week and they couldn't find it, but I did see it. I've actually verified this myself. And that's what I try to do. I like to go and look at the invite videos so that I can verify the information myself. July 18th is the Denim, Diamonds, and Pearls and Lace Tablescape hosted by Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget and co-hosted by Shangi, Living Life to the Fullest. And this one, the video upload date, as I said, is July 18th at, I believe, well, 9 a.m. Eastern. I got the wrong time. I got 19 a.m. So, but it's July 18th. Is to be uploaded on that date, and you guys have to go to the invite video to get the time. But create a tablescape using denim, diamonds, pearls, and lace. So that should be kind of cool. July 19th is the Patio Paradise collab hosted by Diva Designing on a Dime, where she wants you to show your fabulous patio and tell why it's a paradise or a relaxing space for you. I was looking at my patio today, and it's still got some areas that need attention. And I thought, it doesn't look as nice as some of the other patios you might see with all the fancy furniture. But I thought it is a nice, relaxing space. And I have to remind myself, keep your eyes on your own patio and don't be worried about somebody else that has something that's a little bit, different, that kind of thing. So, because it is very relaxing to sit out there. And the video upload date for that is July 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern. July 20th is the Upcycle Ugly Thrift, hosted by Pretty Simple Sherry. Her video will be deploying tomorrow. So the invite video deploys tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then the video itself will deploy. And then the challenge for video is to be deployed on July 20th at 4 p.m. Now, here's my question, which we'll know in her invite video. She's doing a Christmas in July theme. So is that challenge going to be a Christmas in July theme or not? We won't know until tomorrow because she didn't tell me that. She just said that her invite video is coming out tomorrow at 4 p.m. On July 23rd is a home sign DIY challenge hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. So what she wants you to do is to create a home sign, something that says home or whatever. And that should be fun. So for you DIYers, this should be right up your alley. Video upload date is 8 a.m. Eastern on July 23rd, the day after my birthday. And on July 24th is the Sparkle and Shine Summer Challenge hosted by me, myself, and I'm DIYing it, and co-hosted by At Home with Catherine B. and Suye at My Style, My Colors. And they want you to create a space in your home that's totally glammed out. I mean, they want you to glam it up. You can choose to show your process from start to finish or not. They just want, but they definitely want you to show the glammed up area. Give a before and after picture and a side-by-side view. Tell a little bit about your style, your decor pieces, and that kind of thing. And video upload time is July 24th at 8 a.m. Eastern. And of course, all the usual collaboration etiquette rules apply. Tammy, you said you sent me an email when? Let's see. Let me get through to see if I missed something. July 25th is the Summer Vintage Vignette Show and Tell collab hosted by Carol at My Blessed Nest. It's you gather your vintage items, just kind of bring them all together, and you give your story about your vintage items. You don't have to do a vignette or collab, or set a table. You can just gather them all together and then just, do your show and tell. Do your Vanna White impression and tell about them and why they're fun and important and all that good stuff. And she'll have a playlist available on her channel on the day before. The July 31st is the Get It Done Challenge hosted by Nicole Northgarden. And I think Nicole's going to be doing this like every month or something like that. The Get It Done Challenge. August 2nd is the Foodie DIY Challenge. Now, this one is kind of interesting. It's a Foodie DIY Challenge. Let me type that out in case you guys are thinking, what is she saying? Foodie DIY Challenge. And let's see, where is it? Oh, there it is. Had to find it. The Foodie DIY Challenge, hosted by DIY with Nadia and co-hosted by Sandy at the Showman's Nest. Yes. I'm on my show, dear. Yes. So August 2nd, I told you I got company downstairs. August 2nd is the Foodie DIY Challenge, hosted by DIY with Nadia and co-hosted by Sandy at Showman's Nest. And this one, it's an open invite to create a DIY incorporating the food of the month. So she's going to be hosting this challenge every month for the rest of the summer. And the food for the first month for July is watermelon. So you must have the food of the month in your decor somehow. Either a picture of it, a sticker, a faux piece or whatever. But the usual collab etiquette applies. And you have to mention the Foodie DIY in your title. And it's up to you how you execute this challenge. So it really sounds kind of interesting. So they're going to be doing this every month. And like I said, this will be hosted every month. And it's to be uploaded on August 2nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you go to her video, and this is DIY with Nadia, she's got all the times listed for each time zone. So 1 p.m. Central Standard Time is 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So she did your work for you on that one. Okay, Tammy, I'll grab that information because if you just sent the email, I haven't seen it yet. And then on August 13th is a Pinterest-inspired DIY hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. And you're to be inspired by something on Pinterest, and you create a DIY in relation to that. Video upload date is August 13th, and that's all I've got. So Tammy says, check my email. So let's see. Okay, Tammy. Don't see anything just yet. All right, so Tammy, I will search even more, but so far I don't see anything. All right, but you've got a monthly entryway decor collab on the last Thursday of each month starting July 30th. So let me put that on here. Entryway decor challenge. All right. So that's all I've got, ladies and gent. Hey, Scott, I want to thank you, too, for helping me. I think you were on when I sorted out my one-liner, you know, like traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. I got a message from one of my other subscribers who just happens to be male, who said, you know, that he appreciated my being open to the fact that there are more than just female homemakers. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So I am so glad that I was able to tweak that, that line. But yeah. So her Christmas in July 30th. Okay. I knew that it was coming up, but I've checked her channel every week and I hadn't seen it yet. So July 30th is the Entryway DIY Challenge with Tammy TVMG. And then also Christmas in July. When is her invite video going out? That is Nesting Haven. Did she say, Carol? Is on July 30th. Because I did look today and I didn't see it. You need at least vintage items to participate. But how many? 7. Okay. 7 vintage items to participate. So Nicole at Nesting Haven does a Christmas in July every year, but she does vintage. She does thrifting and she does vintage items. So her Christmas in July items will be vintage items. And so you have to have vintage items to participate. What I don't know yet is if they have to be vintage gifts or just things that you thrifted that you're sharing for Christmas in July. So that'll be fun to know. I'll keep checking to follow up on that too. And if Carol, if you hear first, let me know. So the new family, I think she's saying good night, everyone. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. Does anybody else have one? I think I got them all in. And here's the other thing too, people. I need to be able to confirm the collaborations, the challenges when I see them. So like, for example, Carol told me about the information about Nicole's at Nesting Haven. I'll follow up, you know, like I've been checking her channel to see, has she posted it yet? And I hadn't seen anything just yet. So I'll continue to do that. She said her details are on her Instagram. See, I gotta get on Instagram. But see, then I can go to her Instagram and then I can verify that. And then when somebody told me about Pretty Simple Sherry's and I went to her channel and I couldn't find it, I sent her an email and then she responded back to me to say, this is what's happening. It's happening on this date. Because I try to bring you guys correct, accurate information. So when you guys tell me stuff, I like to follow up and say, okay, so this is the host. What's the most accurate information? Not that I don't trust you guys, but I just feel like I need to verify it. So that's what I try to do. So 2 p.m. Eastern. I gotta do Instagram more better. Is that such language? More better. I think that's it, everybody. I think we got everything in. I'll get these notes tweaked and I'll get things down below. So we got some things to think about. Well, next month we'll think about whether or not we want to host another collaboration for the group as a whole. We can think about in August, people will be harvesting quite a bit, whether or not we want to do another cooking one, whatever, I don't know. Tam says there's an animal print decor collab. 16 Ants Place. That's the name of the channel? Oh, July 16th at Ants Place. I'll go try to find that animal print decor. At Ants Place. I'll look for that on July 16th. All right, you guys. Thank you. I'm being paged, so I guess I better get myself off and get downstairs. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. It is the holiday weekend, and so I appreciate your being here. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.